What is up, everyone? My name is Mettaton, aka Elizabeth May, or my actual name is Shyla. And I just decided to do a small drawing tutorial today as a way to show you how I do my shadows. I actually found this really cool tutorial on Pinterest, but I have like a different method of doing it, so I'm going to show you how I do it, which actually makes the drawings look better in some cases. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and did Sans because it's easier for me to draw. And what I like to do first is find my light source, which the four corners I like to use is like here, here, sometimes down here, and right here. So I like to find my light source first. For today, the light source is going to be right here, which means the shadow is going to be like all in these areas mainly. Sometimes depending on the lighting that I'm wanting to use, like if it's dark, I might use a darker purple, like somewhere around there, like this purple. You can see it. Let me make it a little bit bigger. That purple. But if I'm doing something that's just a little bit lighter, it'll be this, because I also use multiply when doing my shadowing, and so yeah. And whenever you do multiply, it's going to make it a little bit darker, so I recommend using like a pastel purple. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. Since our light source is here, we're just going to go ahead and start on mainly this area right here. So let's go ahead and get started. And also, this can work on any program, whether you're using my paint, which is what I use, Photoshop, any paint program. So I'm the type that likes to go everywhere. Like sometimes I'll like outline stuff first, like I go right here, and it's okay if you go out the line a little. You can always just clean it. So this is what I do first. I just start marking where I want the shadows to be. So yeah, mainly this area, and a few areas right here. So yeah, this is going to be a very short, simple tutorial because the method I use is very simple. It's not all like, ooh, painted, complicated, you know. So yeah. I'm the type that gets impatient very, very easily, and I like to do stuff pretty quick. Now we can just fill in this spot. For this, I would recommend, like I would probably most likely kind of go light right here, since the shadow, the lighting source is down there. I'm trying to think of some tips to tell you guys, but truthfully there's really none with a tutorial like this, because like I said, I do everything simple. Also, if I do color in the wrong area that I didn't want to be colored like at all, I will just go back and erase the spot that I don't want it to be colored in for the shadow. It's a little weird. It's okay. I'll go in with an eraser and erase some stuff. And like I said, we're gonna clean this later. I'm pretty sure you're doing it more cleaner than I am, but fact, whenever I'm cleaning it, I'll just click out really quick so you don't have to like endure the torturement of all that. Okay, go ahead and just also doing your this little thing, for the freehand drawing, especially Photoshop. It's actually really easy. It's really easy whenever you change your brush sizes. The brush that I mainly like to use, especially Photoshop, is marker mainly, and whenever I'm sketching, just regular and stuff like that. Because that's just what I like using mainly. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and erase some spots. You can follow along or just keep watching. This also can help on comics too. Right now I'm like learning how to do comics. But yeah, I really like doing this kind of method for comics itself. It's just a lot easier. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick pause while I clean up the rest of this, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everyone. I just cleaned everything up. Anyway, now we're gonna get back into the part where we start coloring the base colors. Yay, Jazzy! Okay, now what I do is, since I have layer 2, I have 3 layers, right? This was the sketch layer. If I take away the white, you can see that. See this? See the little sketch? Yeah. Anyway, that layer 1 is line art, and layer 2 is the white background as well as the shadow itself. So what I do is, I add like an extra layer, so it will be my layer 3, and I will put that under layer 2. And let's go ahead and label layer 2 as value, or shadow, whatever you like. And we'll label layer 3 base colors. For this, for Sans anyway, we really don't have to do that much, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do him, because it's a little bit easier. All I have to pretty much do is, I guess, color the jacket at this point, pretty much. Yes, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. For the value, so we go to the value, right? And then we're going to, and then you're going to go to this, if you're on my paint, you're going to go to this. And you're going to change the multiply, which is the exact same thing on Photoshop. So just look at the layer thing and it'll, just pick multiply and stuff like that. But don't mess with the opacity. No, don't mess with that. Okay, now that we got that, and as you can see, the multiply had darkened it a little bit. So yeah, it darkens it, and that's one of the reasons why, because it makes the shadow like so much better. Anyway, so now let's go into the base colors, and let's go ahead and pick Sans coat. I like to use pastel blue because it just makes it look better. You can experiment on the blue too, so just kind of pick which blue you like. For now, I'm just going to use this blue, and you can just pretty much start filling in. You can make it just as big as you want, and like I said, you can always go back and, just clean it up, stuff like that. And yeah, I like using this a lot for comics, because it makes the shadow look so much better. I'm pretty sure it can work on others too, like if you just change the color the skin tone or whatever, but I like just using this better. It has more of a comic feel for me, so I guess I've pretty much found my style at this point, which my graphic design teacher always said, try to find your style, and so yeah. And also, I just add a couple more layers, especially when I'm doing different parts of the picture itself, and yeah. So, like, since I'll be doing the shirt, I will put that under base colors. And I'll just go ahead and fill that little dude in. As well as his head. Like I said, it's a very simple process. It doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, it would take a little bit of time, but not as much, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour at the most. And this is the one reason why I like to use it, because it gets the job done faster, you get done easier, and it just looks plain awesome to me in general. And my classmates agree. Like I said, you could like fix it at the end. Sometimes I like to like not fix it because it still gives that really cool comic-y feel for me. But if you want to clean it up, then by all means go ahead. There's a lot of things you can do with comics, honestly. But this is like more my style, because I found a really good tutorial, but I just add my own little touch in it. Because in the tutorial I found, they never did the multiply like I did. So yeah, I pretty much added my own little thing at that point, which I'm pretty proud of, honestly. Yeah, I really like this method a lot. And whenever I ever make future comics, you're gonna definitely tell that I use this method. I think that's just basically about it. I mean, there's not a lot of tips. This is mainly the tip. This is basically the tip itself, honestly. So yeah. And I just color that like that. And yeah, that's technically all that I pretty much do. But yeah, you can also take this away and look at your base colors. So that's basically how it would look like if I take away the value, and then when I add it back, it kind of gives it more of a flare. And so yeah, that's actually technically it. I would just mostly say try to find your style. You can also look at a lot of like really good tips and tutorials on YouTube, anything that you look at, Pinterest, DeviantArt, whatever. So yeah, like I said, I found this really good tutorial on Pinterest, and I just added a different method because, like I said, the person did not use multiply. They just put the purple on top and the base colors on the bottom. I did that. It didn't really fit for me, so I guess I sort of found my own little style thanks to a tutorial on Pinterest. Okay, well, that's basically about it. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll be seeing you later. Bye!